He'd have killed about 5 women in the bathtub, stabbed them with the real big scissors.
So, here we go.
I had been working the streets all night. This guy, I kept seeing a shadow, and I'm thinking I'm tripping, but I'm not tripping. All of a sudden, probably about 8 o'clock in the morning, I see a guy in a trench coat. He about 300-something pounds. He said, "Hey, you want to make some money?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I got a hotel room." We go to the hotel room on Carnegie. I can't remember the name of the hotel, but they shut it down because a lot of people got killed in the hotel. He asked me, did I know how to cook some dope once we got in the room? I said, "Yeah." I cooked the dope up, and I just had a real, he asked me, "Take a hit," right? He took a hit. I got a real bad feeling come over me. All of a sudden, he pulled out a big pair of scissors. I jumped up on the bed. He paid me and everything. I jumped up on the bed. I started screaming to the top of my lungs. I ran in the bathroom, and he was trying to kill me. I jumped on the floor. I put my foot up against the wall, back up against the door, and I pulled the shower curtain down, broke the rack, and started swinging it against the walls, just breaking everything in there, the glass, the mirrors, everything. This guy, mind you, he about 400 pounds. He trying to push the door. He couldn't get in. All of a sudden, it got real quiet. I got up, I opened up the door thinking he was gone. I opened up the door, and he's like, "Bitch, I'm gonna kill you. You remind me of my mother." I was like, "What the fuck?" I jumped back on the floor. I'm screaming. I'm like, "Please, somebody help me. This guy trying to kill me. Man, okay, it got quiet again. It's crazy. It got quiet again. Probably about 2-3 minutes went past. I opened up the door. Wait a minute, no, I hear some tapping on the door. I'm thinking he was just playing a game with me. He was gone. I opened up the door, he was gone. I ran to the door, it was the detectives. They said, "What's going on in here?" I said, "This guy tried to kill me." I described it to me. They had his ID downstairs. He left his ID. They said, "We've been looking for this guy. He'd have killed about 5 women in the bathtub, stabbed them with the real big scissors." Anyway, they took me home. They wrapped me up in some sheets, took me home, and that was the end of that story. Then,
crazy. So you almost got killed.
Yeah.
So Jigga, how you're from this area?
Yeah.
From is this Lorraine?
Well,
Cleveland?
I'm from Mounds. I was raised on Mounds.
Okay. And how old are you now?
I'm 54.
54. And we picked you up here, and
I've been over here for 24 years.
On the streets for 24 years? Working?
I've been living over here.
How long have you been working in the streets?
Since I was pretty much 12.
12 years old?
Yeah.
How did you get into this at 12 years old?
Well, I'm the only child from both of my parents, and my mother, me and my mother had a bad relationship. Me and my father had a good relationship, but my mother was on drugs. She was messing with all kind of guys, and it just wasn't working. She was using me. It's just, for the money I was getting. She wasn't getting money like I was getting, even though she was working a job.
So your mom was using you to get money?
Yeah.
She was selling you to
She wasn't selling me. She knew that I was working. Well, she the one taught me how to do it.
Okay. So she turned you on to it.
Right.
And you were bringing the money back home to her?
No. She would ask me for money, and I would give it to her.
Got you. And did you feel like you owed that to her because that was your mom?
No. Well, I love my mother, and I still love my mother. And I just feel like I needed to take care of my mother. Go straight, honey.
We're gonna park just to talk for 5 more minutes, okay? Because we're almost there.
Okay, yeah.
We just need a little bit more time. I promise we'll take you home. We're not the guy in the bathtub. We're not.
I ain't worried about that. He got away from me.
So for at 12 years old, and was it all walking the streets?
No, a lot of guys was coming to the house.
Did you ever work with a pimp?
No.
You've been independent the whole time?
The whole time.
As a 12-year-old, I can't imagine how that would just change your perception about men and relationships.
Well, when I was a little girl, I used to watch my mother take me over her date's house. And she used to always tell me, well, you can always get the money first. So that's where I got in my head that this is how you get money. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything. I used to see my mother with all these $50s and $100 bills from these guys, so I wanted it too.